If we got this one thing added to the Switch Online expansion pack, I doubt we'd ever hear a complaint about its pricing ever again. I know the secret of how Nintendo can add a ton of value to its higher tier online subscription service. Let's talk about it. I'll let you in on the idea right now. It's adding unlimited access to all the classic Pokemon Game Boy games from Generation 1 to Generation 3, all included with the subscription. But wait, that's not all. Instead of being included in the Game Boy Switch Online collection that's highly rumored right now, these Pokemon games would exist outside the Game Boy NSO app and would be accessible through their own application, downloadable through the Nintendo eShop. Let's call it Pokemon Classics Collection, or something along those lines. First and foremost, this collection would include every mainline Pokemon game released between generations 1 and 3, meaning each generation's 2 main versions, for example Red, Blue, Gold, Silver, Ruby, and Sapphire, all the third versions, Yellow, Crystal, and Emerald, and the Generation 1 GBA remakes, Fire Red and Leaf Green. I think it's a must to include every version if these classic games are going to be re-released. Why? Because favoring one version over another, for example, including Crystal but not Gold and Silver, is not right for a couple of reasons. For one, it excludes players who might prefer or have nostalgia for one version over the others. Plus, certain Pokemon are exclusive to certain versions, so not including particular versions of these classic games will effectively lock away some exclusive Pokemon on the Switch re-releases. And isn't the point to catch them all? I firmly believe that if we're getting classic re-releases, every version would be included. And because of this very reason, I have a hard time seeing all of these games coming to the traditional NSO platform. I just can't picture all the Pokemon games taking up 11 game spots on this hypothetical NSO app among all the other games it might bring. This is why I think the Pokemon Classics will be released as its own application, outside of the Game Boy or GBA NSO libraries. This not only saves space for the other great Game Boy and GBA games to have the spotlight on the regular NSO app, but it also leaves room for this Pokemon Classics Collection app to be updated in the future. If, say, down the road we reach a point where Diamond, Pearl and Platinum, or Heart Gold and Soul Silver need to be re-released, then in that case, simply just update the Pokemon Classics Collection app, instead of relying on a Nintendo DS Online or something like that to be released. Pretty cool idea, right? Another benefit of a Pokemon Classics collection being its own app is the potential for it to include extras, special bonuses, and additional features that might go beyond the scope of what the traditional NSO platform could offer. In my vision, a subscription to the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack would provide full access to the collection, which would also automatically come with a premium subscription to Pokemon Home. Pokemon Home will be an invaluable tool, especially as the 3DS and Wii U online environments start to phase out, and we look forward to the possibility of transferring older Pokemon to future titles. Just like how Pokemon were transferable in the Virtual Console titles all the way up to the later games in the series through Pokemon Bank and Home, a similar functionality would be available for these Nintendo Switch Pokemon Classic Collection games. Since Pokemon Home already exists on the Switch, I could see the existing app simply getting an update, making it compatible with the Pokemon Classics collection. Or, if they really wanted to be slick, they could integrate Pokemon Home's features into this new app and make boxes viewable in here as well, essentially replacing Pokemon Home for expansion pack users. This would be a pretty cool touch and a nice quality of life thing in my opinion. And it wouldn't stop at just Pokemon Home. With the Classics Collection being its own Switch app, it could also serve as a central hub in which you can run online battles and trades. Similarly to what I said before, with the 3DS Online going away soon, this feature will become even more important in the future. Sure, it would be a shame that it would be available behind the NSO expansion pack, a considerable paywall, but there are workarounds. The Classics Collection could always be sold separately outside of the expansion pack for a lower price. And there are things that could be done to increase the value of the service overall and make the subscription fees truly worth it. For example, the new app could even integrate some new school things into older Pokemon gens, such as adding GTS and Wonder Trade features through the app, and making it compatible with your Gen 1, 2, and 3 save files. Any way the Nintendo Switch re-releases could breathe new life into the old games, just like how the 3DS versions brought wireless trading and battles to the classic Game Boy games, is a win in my book. And speaking of breathing new life into the classics, if they wanted to go a step further, I could see a brand new battle engine being released inside this application that's compatible with the Generation 1 through 3 games. Think of it as 2022's version of the versus modes from Pokemon Stadium, except now there's a twist. One of my big ideas is that there could be multiple visual styles in which you can choose from for Pokemon battles. Think of it like how Super Mario Maker gives you the option to switch between 8-bit style, Mario 3 style, Mario World, New Super Mario Bros., and 3D World. The same battles will take place, but now, through this special interface, you get to choose whichever visual style you prefer. Gen 1 pixel art, Gen 2 crystal style with the animated Pokemon sprites, the Gen 3 GBA style, plus an all-new Nintendo Switch 3D battle engine, compatible with generations 1 through 3 that bring your Game Boy game Pokemon to life in full HD. Think of it as a modern-day spiritual successor to Pokemon Stadium. Of course, with this idea, one obvious issue arises. Gen 2 Pokemon will not have a Gen 1 sprite to use in that art style, Gen 3 Pokemon won't have a Gen 2 sprite, and so on. However, I think this can be easily addressed in one of two ways. The simpler and more disappointing way is to just make newer Pokemon only compatible with the newer art styles, which would be slightly annoying, but overall a fine way to handle the issue. The second way, though, would require the game designers to again go above and beyond, as they could create official retro-style art of the newer Pokemon to make it so all 300 plus Pokemon in these games are compatible with every battle engine. You know how the original Mario Maker brought us new 8-bit sprites of all the Smash characters through its amiibo features? How cool would it be to see official sprites for Pokemon like Kyogre, Blaziken, Deoxys, Mudkip, and more retroactively designed in both Generation 1 and 2 pixel art styles? This might sound like a pipe dream, and I agree, it is pretty far out there, but with there being only around 300 creatures needing additional sprites, which is still a big number but a far cry from the almost 900 needed for a full dex, this might not be as crazy of an idea as you might think. And with this being a subscription service, this app could last a long time, transferring through generations, being consistently updated with more and more Pokemon species over time. What if one day we had a full national dex, compatible in an official battle engine in which we could change between classic and modern art styles at will? Yeah, it probably is too good to be true, but hey, a man can dream. The full-featured app I'm outlining here is definitely a pie-in-the-sky idea, but I definitely don't think it's impossible. I think a Pokemon Classics collection tying into Nintendo Switch Online would really push the Pokemon crowd, and there are a lot of us, to purchase the expansion pack if we haven't already. I'm willing to bet this one update would make Nintendo and Pokemon a serious amount of cash, and because of this, I don't think it's that crazy to dream big. I hope you all enjoyed this video. This topic is so much fun to talk about, so please leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on the matter. Would you buy a classic Pokemon collection on NSO? Would something like this make you buy the expansion pack if you haven't already? I'd love to hear what you think. And as always, thank you for watching, and remember to keep it here for more quality Nintendo content.